All right, now look, today I'm finna show y'all this meal prep that I be doing with ground turkey that's super Asian infused. I have 2 pounds of ground turkey here. Sesame seed, low sodium soy sauce, oyster sauce, Golden Mountain seasoning sauce, hoisin sauce, pure sesame oil. I have lemongrass paste, ginger paste, minced garlic. I'm going to be cooking this all in a large wok. I have green onion. I have roughly about a half a cup of some white minced onion, carrots, roughly about, I would say about a cup or so, and then roughly about 2 cups of some broccoli. Over here in my rice cooker, I have 2 cups of jasmine rice that is already underway, that has been washed and is cooking. You see that? You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't ask me for the damn ingredient list. Now, come on. And I just want to take this moment to point these out. This is an additional optional ingredient that you can add. These are chili peppers. Now, I grew these in my garden almost 2 seasons ago, and as you guys can see, they look absolutely beautiful. I keep them in my freezer, so if I ever want to spice up a dish, I have them. You can add them to it to add an element of spice, or you can leave them out. Once I start to make this, I'll then decide if I'm going to add them in or not. In the bottom of my wok, I'm going to add in roughly about 1 to 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, not olive oil. If you don't want to use avocado oil, just use vegetable oil. We're going to go in and add in our onion. Allow these to cook for roughly 1 to 2 minutes. Before I begin to start putting in any of these 3 ingredients that you see right here, understand this. You can absolutely use fresh if you would like to. I prefer to use the paste when I'm making this dish because I just find that it makes it more evenly distributed. In regards to the lemongrass, I'm fully aware that not everybody can find that in the grocery store. It will not make or break the dish. It does add an additional flavor component to it, but if you can't find it, it'll still be absolutely delicious if you're only able to use the ginger and the garlic. I'm going to start off with the ginger paste. Pay attention to how much I'm using. Roughly about that much. Next, the minced garlic. Roughly about the same. Lemongrass. The lemongrass, we're going to be a little bit more light-handed. Don't go too damn far with the lemongrass. That's all you need. A little bit goes a long way. Mix it all together. The smell in this kitchen already with the combined ginger and lemongrass is absolutely incredible. Make sure you have your heat over a medium-high. You can now go on ahead and dump in the 2 pounds of the ground turkey. Mix that in thoroughly. If you were wondering, you can absolutely make this dish with ground chicken. I oftentimes do that myself. Depending on the fat content of the ground turkey or ground chicken that you chose, you may or may not need to add in more oil. Just add it in little by little if you need it. You do not want this to be super oily. We're trying to keep it somewhat clean here. This recipe is extremely easy and super quick to put together. So while the meat is cooking, let's go on ahead and get our sauce mixed together. 1 tablespoon of the low sodium soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of the Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. 1/4 of a teaspoon of pure sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of the oyster sauce. And I decided that I wanted to add in 1 more additional tablespoon of the low sodium sauce. So altogether that was 2 tablespoons of the low sodium soy sauce. Whisk all of that together. Once you can tell that your ground turkey is almost done, go on ahead and start to add in the carrots as well as adding in the broccoli. Give all of that a good mix. Like I said, you guys, this meal is super, super easy to put together and it is fantastic to do for meal prep. I'm going to go on ahead and add in 3 of my chilies. I'm not even going to chop those up. I'm just going to let the essence of the peppers sweat through and kind of season up the whole pot. I'm now going to go in and add in the sauce. If you know for a fact that you want yours super saucy, you can double the sauce recipe, but I just want the hint of the, the flavor. I do not want mine super saucy. And trust me, the flavors go a long way. Give it a good mix. At this point, go on ahead and reduce the temperature down. Go in with a little sesame seed right across the top, just like so. Top it off with the green onion. And just like that. Absolutely delicious. You can have this inside lettuce wraps. You can eat it by itself. You can eat it over rice like I'm going to. Again, if you know that you want yours super, super saucy, you can double up the sauce recipe. I don't necessarily find that necessary. You can go in and taste for additional salt. But again, with the soy sauce and all that, you really shouldn't need all that. And that's it, child. Shall we go in for a taste test, darling? Shabba. It is perfectly balanced. Not too sweet, not too salty. It's the right amount of sauce. Make it. You're welcome.